guys, we've been going over the letter K in this lesson, and so now we're coming to our coding part of our lesson, and I want to make sure that you have, I'm going to just go over the first three with you, and then I want you to independently code and read the remaining words on your own. So let's look at our first word on our sheet. Again, I attach this to your activities. Your first word, we're going to look at first taking out the trash. And we know that when we see, anytime we see a word ending in NG or in the middle of a word, we can see NG, we know that that makes one sound. So we want to make sure that we underline that, okay, because that is a digraph, that we only hear the ng when we see that together. And so we want to go ahead and underline that because that makes one sound. So let's focus first on our vowel that we find. So we know that we have the letter I. So we're going to go ahead and label that with a V like we have before. And then we know that the letter N and G, of course, N, it follows the I. So we know that's a consonant. So we want to label that with a C. And remember, anytime that a consonant follows a vowel, it's going to close that door on that vowel, which makes that short. So we code that with a breve. And so we know that that's the I sound. I, ng, k, ing, king. Okay? So that is how we remember when we start reading this, we start with the vowel and finish the word and then go back to the beginning to figure out that word. So let's look at the next word here. Remember, we see a twin consonant here. So remember, on twin consonants, we don't say both the sounds when we're reading. So one of those twin consonants we have to cross out. Okay, we don't want to forget to cross that out. And then we want to go ahead and label our vowel. Our L is the C consonant, so we're going to label that with the C. Again, it closes that door, makes that vowel short. So we want to code that with a breve. So that's the I sound, I, l, il, k, il, sk, skill. Okay? Remember, that is how we want to work these words out. Some of them are easy. You probably already know how to read a lot of them. But remember, we code so that we can figure out unknown words. Okay? So let's look at the last one here. The letter A is our vowel. We know that the S is a consonant and that follows the vowel. So that's going to make that short. We want to code that with a breve. So remember, this sound is the A sound, ask, 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 okay? So I'm going to give you those three, and then I want you to finish the rest on that sheet, and then I want you to read your phrases and your sentences. Now, if you come across an unknown word, I want you to code it and figure out that unknown word, okay? It's very important that you do that. And then if you get this done, go ahead and just take a picture of it, snap it. You can send it back to me in Class Dojo, or you can email it back to me. Then I can know that you did your coding for your lesson. Hope you're all doing well. I miss you bunches. We'll talk to you soon.